The rut has passed for most of us. November has come and gone, and you might think that the best of the hunting is over and you can just put away that camo and wait for turkey season. But that would be a big mistake. A lot of people think that your best chances to bag that buck you've been after is during the rut, but that is not necessarily true. But the truth is, December can be just as productive, if not more than, the rut. So in this video, we're going to go over 3 reasons why you should not give up, and you definitely need to keep hunting in December. But before we go over the reasons why you still need to hunt in December, do me a favor, and if this is your first time on my channel, hit that subscribe button. Make sure you click that bell icon so you can be notified every time I upload a video. Also, Bass Pro is having some pretty big sales for the holidays, so make sure you don't miss out. Bass Pro has all your hunting, your clothing, any gear you need, so make sure you take advantage of those deals and you'll be able to help support the channel in the process. And the first reason why you need to keep hunting in December to get that buck you're after is they return to a more predictable pattern. And while it is true that bucks are up and moving a lot more during the rut, they are also extremely unpredictable. They are too busy chasing any doe they can find than to follow any kind of pattern. And the does aren't even on a pattern because they're being pushed around by the bucks. But in December, the deer kind of fall back to their same old patterns, that food to cover. But it's not going to be the same food or the same bedding areas that they were visiting in the early season. So in the late season, deer are going to be attracted to your late season food plots if you manage to get anything to grow during that terrible drought we had in September and October. But there's also a food source that they're going to be highly attracted to that does not seem to get as much love as its close cousin. In the late season, deer are going to be coming to your late season food plots if you manage to get anything to grow during that terrible drought we had in September and October. But there is a major food source that doesn't seem to get as much love as its more attractive brother. And you can just, I'm sure my brother understands how that feels. Red oak acorns are going to be a big part of what carries deer over through that harsh part of the winter. And everybody talks about white oak acorns, and they are definitely a big part of an early season strategy, but they start to spoil very quickly. So in December, find those late season food sources like your red oak acorns, your green and grain food plots, and especially that woody browse. That's what's going to carry deer over until spring green up. Then look for your bedding areas, particularly hone in on those west and south facing slopes because they tend to warm up faster. Then in the evenings, place yourself over those food sources, and if you still want to hunt in the mornings, set yourself up on the trails coming out of those bedding areas and you will have a successful December. And the second reason why your December could be better than your November hunting is that the number of hunters out there just plummets. The Orange Army is gone, or at least the largest portion of the Orange Army is gone. The biggest complaint of November hunting is that there are just way too many hunters out there stumbling around. Well, after November, or whenever the larger portion of your rifle or your shotgun season is, after that, most of those hunters aren't going to be around anymore. They're going to hang it up until next year. And I know a lot of deer get taken during the main rifle and shotgun seasons. There's no doubt about it. You could have your eye on a deer all season or basically all year, and it just gets taken by just some random person who just happens to be in the right place at the right time. However, there are still plenty of good deer that make it through that rifle season or that shotgun season. They just know the best places to hide. So once they survive through that, if you let the pressure back down a little bit, give it some time to rest, those deer will come out and you can take advantage of that pressure vacuum. This allows you to get to those good food sources because you can probably bet that they're most likely not being hunted anymore. This also allows you to get on those heavy trails between bedding areas, and you can also use this as an opportunity to figure out where you need to place yourself for next year's rifle or shotgun season. The thing is, just don't give up too early. If you didn't get the deer that you were after during the main rifle or shotgun season, still there are plenty of deer that make it through the Orange Army's invasion. And now's your chance to get after them because that pressure drops down. You won't have as much competition for those good spots. And the third reason why December could be your best month for hunting yet is that you can combine the best parts of every month of the season except for obviously the peak rut. What I mean by this is you get to take the predictability of the early season, that food to cover pattern without the ticks and the mosquitoes and the heat. You can also have the possibility of a second rut happening in your area, even though it's nowhere near as good as the peak rut. You get fewer hunters out there who either don't like to hunt in the cold, or they already filled a tag, or maybe they only rifle hunt. But you still get the possibility of using your rifle or muzzle loader during alternative method season, or if you're just looking to add some more venison to the freezer, maybe your area has a late antlerless portion. Hunting in December really comes down to endurance and knowing where the late season food sources are. That's it. December is a pretty simple thing. Find the late season food and you will have success. But you also got to stay warm. This is when those large comfy blinds really shine. You get room to spread out, you've got a heater if you needed, a nice comfy blind chair, and then you're just sitting there over your late season food plot or your late season food source, whatever it is, and just wait for deer to funnel in until dark. So it's 3 reasons why December hunting could be better than November. Now, nothing beats the rush and the high hopes of peak rut in November, but you can still be successful or very successful hunting in December once all that is past. I know a lot of hunters who tag really great deer a lot in December. If you have any December hunting tips that you'd like to share, or maybe you just like to share your experience with hunting in December after that peak main rut, let us know down in the comments below. Also, if you like this video, chances are you're going to like one of these videos over here. So give them a watch and let me know what you think. Hit that like button if you like this video. Order a t-shirt if you want to help support the channel. They're very comfortable shirts. Hit that like button if you liked it. Share it if you found it helpful. And make sure that you are subscribed so you can stay informed.